Hey there, fellow adventurers. Welcome to our ultimate guide on the do's and don'ts of traveling abroad. Are you excited to explore new cultures, savor exotic cuisines, and create memories that will last a lifetime? Of course you are. But before you pack your bags and jet off to your dream destination, let's make sure you're well prepared for a safe and enjoyable journey. In this video, we'll cover essential tips to keep you safe and ensure you have a fantastic time in any country you visit. We'll delve into everything from pre-trip research to staying safe on the streets so you can focus on soaking up the wonders of your chosen destination. Let's get started. Now, before we even think about packing our bags, let's talk about the importance of pre-trip research. Remember, a little knowledge goes a long way, especially when you're venturing into unfamiliar territory. First things first, get to know your destination like the back of your hand. Dive deep into the local culture, customs, and traditions. What's considered polite in one country might be frowned upon in another. For instance, did you know that in Japan it's customary to slurp your noodles loudly as a sign of appreciation? Next up, familiarize yourself with any travel advisories or safety concerns issued by your government. And don't forget to check the visa requirements for your destination. Some countries require you to obtain a visa before arrival, while others offer visa on arrival options. By taking the time to research your destination thoroughly, you'll not only avoid potential pitfalls but also gain a deeper appreciation for the culture you're about to experience. Alright, let's talk about keeping your valuables safe while you're out exploring the world. Remember, a little common sense goes a long way in deterring opportunistic thieves. First and foremost, avoid flashing your valuables in public like you're starring in a rap video. Keep your expensive jewelry, watches and wads of cash tucked away safely. Instead of carrying around large amounts of cash, opt for a money belt or a hidden pouch under your clothing. When you're out and about, be mindful of your surroundings. If you're carrying a backpack, consider wearing it in front of you, especially in crowded areas. It only takes a split second for someone to make off with your stuff. Picture this, you're all set for your grand adventure, passport in hand, ready to conquer the world. But wait, disaster strikes and you lose your passport. Don't panic just yet. This is where the magic of copies comes in. Before you even think about packing your bags, make photocopies of all your important documents, including your passport, visa, driver's license, and travel insurance. But don't stop there. Take it a step further and create digital copies of these documents as well. Now here's the pro tip. Keep your physical copies separate from your original documents. By having both physical and digital copies readily available, you'll be prepared for any unexpected hiccups along the way. Chapter 4. Trust your gut, strangers and street smarts. Let's face it, the world is full of wonderful, kind-hearted people, but it's also home to a few bad apples. So let's talk about staying safe and using your street smarts when it comes to interacting with strangers. Remember, it's okay to be cautious. Trust your instincts, and if something feels off, it probably is. Avoid sharing personal information with people you've just met, especially details like where you're staying or your travel itinerary. Be wary of overly friendly strangers who approach you out of the blue, especially if they try to lure you away from crowded areas or offer unsolicited help. If someone makes you feel uncomfortable, don't hesitate to remove yourself from the situation. Walk confidently, make eye contact, and head towards a well-lit and populated area. Chapter 5. Ride right. Choosing safe and reliable transportation. All right, let's talk transportation, shall we? Getting around a new city or country is all part of the adventure, but it's crucial to choose safe and reliable transportation options. When it comes to taxis, opt for reputable companies or those that are clearly marked and licensed. Avoid hailing taxis off the street, especially in busy tourist areas where you're more likely to encounter inflated prices or scams. If you're using ride-hailing services like Uber or Lyft, double-check the driver's information and the car's license plate before hopping in. Share your ride details with a friend or family member back home, just in case. Public transportation is generally a safe and efficient way to get around, but it's still essential to be vigilant. Be mindful of your belongings, especially during rush hour when pickpocketing can be more common. Chapter 6. Eyes on the prize, guarding your belongings. All right, let's talk about keeping your belongings safe while you're out exploring the world. Remember, a little common sense goes a long way in deterring opportunistic thieves. First and foremost, treat your belongings like a delicious ice cream cone on a hot summer day. Never let them out of your sight. Whether you're in a bustling market, a cozy cafe, or simply strolling down the street, keep a watchful eye on your bags and personal items. When you're dining out, don't hang your bag on the back of your chair or leave your phone sitting on the table. If you're carrying a backpack, consider using a lock to secure the zippers. This simple step can make a world of difference in deterring petty theft. And here's a pro tip: invest in a travel-friendly anti-theft bag. Now, let's talk about situational awareness, your secret weapon for staying safe while traveling. Remember, the more aware you are of your surroundings, the less likely you are to become an easy target. When you're out and about, resist the urge to walk around with your nose buried in your phone or map. Instead, keep your head up. Make eye contact with people you pass and be aware of what's happening around you. Pay attention to the general atmosphere of the area. Are there any suspicious characters lurking about? Does something feel out of place? Trust your gut instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Avoid walking alone at night, especially in poorly lit or deserted areas. If you must venture out after dark, stick to well-lit streets and consider letting someone know your whereabouts. All right, let's talk about cultural sensitivity. The art of being a respectful and mindful traveler. Remember, when you're visiting a new country, you're a guest in someone else's home. So let's make sure we're the best guests we can be. Before you go, take some time to learn about the local customs and traditions. What's considered polite in one culture might be frowned upon in another. For example, did you know that in some Asian countries it's considered rude to point your feet at someone? Dress appropriately for the destination and occasion. While tank tops and shorts might be fine for a day at the beach, they might not be suitable for visiting religious sites or attending formal events. And here's a golden rule: always ask for permission before taking photos of people, especially if they're engaged in religious ceremonies or cultural practices. All right, let's face it, even the most meticulously planned trips can hit a few bumps in the road. That's why it's crucial to have a backup plan in case of emergencies or unexpected situations. Before you go, make sure you have adequate travel insurance that covers medical expenses, trip cancellations, and lost or stolen belongings. Trust me, having insurance is like having a safety net for your adventures. Share your itinerary with a trusted friend or family member back home, including flight details, accommodation information, and any planned excursions. This way, someone knows your whereabouts in case they need to get in touch. Keep a separate stash of emergency cash, preferably in the local currency. This will come in handy if you lose your wallet, your credit cards aren't working, or you encounter unexpected expenses. All right, let's talk about everyone's favorite travel companion, alcohol. While it's perfectly fine to enjoy a few drinks while you're on vacation, it's important to do so responsibly and safely. Remember, alcohol affects people differently, especially when you're in a new environment and trying unfamiliar drinks. Pace yourself, stay hydrated, and know your limits. Avoid drinking on an empty stomach, as this can lead to faster intoxication. Be mindful of your surroundings and avoid accepting drinks from strangers, especially if you didn't see them being poured. And here's a golden rule: never drink and drive. If you're planning on indulging in alcoholic beverages, designate a driver or use reputable transportation options like taxis or ride-hailing services. Thanks for watching our guide on the do's and don'ts of traveling abroad. We've covered a lot of ground today, from pre-trip research to staying safe on the streets and respecting local customs. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way in ensuring a smooth and enjoyable journey. We hope these tips help you stay safe and enjoy your travels to the fullest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check off all the safety guidelines on your checklist. Until next time, safe travels and happy adventures.